Eid Mubarak. May Allah accept from me, from you, from all of us. Ameen. So this was totally last minute. I was sitting there having some ice cream and just thinking, you know what? I don't want to repost the Eid special that I did last year with Sister Noor Arisa Maryam, the Japanese Muslimah. I was thinking maybe I should just hop on here on the live cast and see who could join me for a quick impromptu live cast Eid special. So join me and a few other amazing, lovely sisters for this Eid special. And please remember our brothers and sisters in your du'as who are struggling, suffering, oppressed all over the world. We all know what's going on in Palestine right now. So please keep them in your du'as and all of the other oppressed Muslims. Insha'Allah. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. May Allah accept from me and you. Ameen. So this was a totally last minute, really unplanned. Like literally I was eating my ice cream and I was thinking, okay, so I did an Eid special last year with Sister Noor Arisa Maryam, the Japanese Muslimah. We did an Eid special, and if anyone wants to listen to it, they can definitely go back and look for the Eid special with her and I. And I was actually planning on just sort of reposting that. Like I was just gonna repost it, you know. Mm-hmm. But then like I just had this random spark of inspiration, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should see who is free now, and just do a live cast, like you know, a very like impromptu raw live cast. So here we are, Alhamdulillah. So this is a really raw, live, random live cast, and I think basically we can just sort of talk about our Eids and what we normally do, and sort of like remind people that converts typically spend it alone or don't have many things to do during Eid. So we can kind of touch on that too. And I think Stacy is live with us.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Eid
Walaikum salam.
I think it's Eid Mubarak for you guys. Almost Eid.
Yes, for me it is. I think for you guys, not yet for you guys. But almost there, inshallah.
Got about like 2 minutes.
I cannot wait. I'm so hungry.
Last day, right? Last day, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Then I have to make up some fasts.
I mean, that's normal. It's not too.
Yeah, it'll take a few days to break.
But I mean, last day of Ramadan fasting. I mean.
Yeah.
And we should, before we do any like shawwal or anything like that, we should make up our fast first, right? The obligatory fast.
Yeah, inshallah.
Right? I
I think there is some difference of opinion, but it's better just to make it up.
Yeah, first. Or what you like, I don't know, what I've done is like I've fasted on like Ashura. I fasted like one of my makeup days on that day, but like with the intention of making up my fast. But like I hope that inshallah that I get maybe some reward for like the actual Ashura. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just gonna do Mondays and Thursdays until I make it up, and then just stay in the habit of it, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah, good. Actually, you know what? I was actually thinking about that too. Like,
last year was, oh my gosh, I was scrambling to get my fast in.
Really?
Yeah.
Last minute.
And then I think I over fasted because I'm like,
oh wow.
I guess it's better over than under.
I'm like, it's better to be over.
True. Exactly, mashallah. Good though. It's good to get in the habit, right?
Yeah, like when you start like later, at least a month before Ramadan, then you're in the habit, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, very good, mashallah. I'm actually hoping, inshallah, to try that.
Inshallah.
I mean, okay, so guys, let's talk about Eid. So what do you guys normally do for Eid?
Bubble tea.
Like before? Oh, right. Yeah. We talked about that, right?
Yeah. Bubble tea. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
I want that to be my normal Eid too. That sounds amazing.
That you guys should make that a tradition, honestly.
I want to go
That
get
is
bubble
why
tea.
I don't know where it came from, but like I just tell myself I have to get bubble tea on Eid.
Yeah, it's
Mashallah.
such a good tradition. And what flavor do you get?
Right now, there's chat time. I like their brown
Oh, I
sugar
love
milk
chat time.
tea with brown sugar milk tea with oat milk. It's extra creamy.
Oh, they have
Ooh,
oat
hot
milk
one.
now?
Yeah, it's so good. It's so
They have
creamy.
like dairy free.
that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, the cream is still dairy, but you don't have to get that one. But I like it. It's so delicious.
Mashallah. I
Wow.
really like taro too.
Oh, taro's yummy.
And I like the honeydew. And I like, regular milk tea, but
Yeah, milk tea. I love it.
now I'm just thinking about boba.
I love it. Coconut milk.
So do I.
From the Korean store and make it at home so I can have a bunch of variety.
You
I
should.
did it
And
one
show
time.
us too.
So laborious. I didn't do that.
Sorry. I just got bitten on the hand.
You should make it and show us a video.
Inshallah, yeah, I need to. I have some Thai tea packets, but I need to get the other stuff, like the boba.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. We have different traditions, I guess, for Eid. I don't really do
And
that much.
what are they?
So before, I mean, we just would go to the Eid prayer, the after marriage. Before marriage, I didn't do anything. Just
Right.
I didn't even go to an Eid prayer, I think, until I got married. Yeah, I don't think I did. So yeah, I would go to Eid prayer and then just go home and have lunch or breakfast together and maybe go to the park or something.
So is your Eid a whole day event?
I mean, it's an event in terms of spending time together as a family, but it's not usually a huge thing, I guess, because coming from a tradition of how we have Christmas and stuff, it's not the same level as that. We might exchange a little bit, smaller gifts or something, but that was kind of more me bringing that to I like to give gifts because that's one of my love languages is giving gifts to people. So yeah, I kind of insist on that, but that wasn't really, they didn't really care about that before. So
you give gifts. Yeah, but you always give gifts, mashallah.
Yeah,
even in the US. You always gave me gifts and I love them so much.
and cooking for people and stuff too. So I
Oh yeah, that's totally you.
I can't wait to do that when I finally learn how to cook. I cannot.
You can
Inshallah.
message me. I'll help you anytime.
Inshallah, that's gonna be so much fun.
This year there's a festival or something for Eid because I'm new to this community where we just moved. So I think I might be doing henna,
right.
but I'm not really sure. I don't know. It's a huge all day event, which I don't know that it's as exciting for me because I don't have kids. I feel if you have a kid, it's so cute to watch them do all this stuff.
Yeah, otherwise you're just staring at them.
Yeah.
We just watch some kids on a bounty castle. I feel weirded out. It's
Yeah, but they're gonna have a barbecue,
I
I think, which will be nice.
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, that's
I wish they had a what they have for kids. I wish they had that for adults. I would totally be so into that, bouncy castles and just any kind of those fun things. There, that thing there, you wear the samurai blow up costume thing and you just wrestle. Oh, I would love to do that.
those.
I wish they had things like that for adults.
Because I would totally go.
What?
I said I wish I liked roller coasters. I would go to a theme park.
I love roller coasters.
I wish I did.
I love.
I like the basic, simple, not high one.
Yeah.
Really? You don't like the hoopy ones? I love the upside down looping ones. I love those ones.
I can do the newest rides at Wonderland. I can't go on them. It's too high. It's too high for me. I went on it one time and I think I had my eyes closed the entire time. I wasn't gonna open it until I got my feet on the ground. I'm no, for me, can't do. It's a Ferris wheel almost with swings, and it does not go high.
Ah, yeah.
I love that thing so much. It's so peaceful.
That thing is relaxing.
It's so relaxing. I love this.
Yeah. I haven't been to Wonderland in, I'm not even kidding you, over a decade. And the last time I went, my favorite ride was Top Gun and the Bat. I don't know if they still have that.
The bat.
But it was just so much funny. I mean, it was so much fun.
So much funny.
So much funny.
The bat is the red one, and it goes.
The English here is rubbing off on me. Walaikum salam, Amanda.
Assalamualaikum.
Eid Mubarak.
Mubarak.
Mubarak. Did you ever go
We're just
to
talking about
Kings Island when you were in Ohio?
never. Didn't they have one like they had a Eid thing? We're just talking about theme parks for Eid.
Oh my god, they just closed a theme park for just Eid celebration.
Yeah, didn't they have that?
I feel like they did maybe, and I feel like
They did have that.
That would be a good option if like you have converts, like get a couple girls together and go do something.
Yeah,
like
that would be so cute and fun. That is like that is a real Eid event, you know?
Yeah.
Like stay there from like dawn until night.
That's a whole day event. You
Yeah.
have a little area you can pray in, you can eat, different
Yeah.
activities. It's a
Yep.
celebration. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Another thought
That
I'm
would be
having
so
is, like,
cool.
going on a train ride or something like would be really fun.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know, like some areas have that where you can like go on a train ride and have lunch or something. Like I feel like that would be a fun idea.
And go through like a scenic route.
Yeah.
You.
That'd be nice. That'd be really cute. Wow. I don't know why I never thought of
I didn't either until like talking with other people, so I think that's a good thing.
I think I never would have thought of that. Oh my goodness.
Me neither. So, Stacey, what do you do normally? I feel like we had this conversation before, right? Did I
Yeah.
interview you last? Did I
was
interview you
before
for E?
Yeah, it was. It was just before, like that part didn't make it into the podcast. It was just before. Yeah, so
Oh yeah,
this is my third Eid that I've like third Ramadan Eid that I've participated in.
Oh mashallah.
Yeah, the first one I actually got invited to an Eid party. So like that was the first time I've ever been to an Eid prayer.
Oh, mashallah.
And then it was amazing. Like it was another convert sister that I met through her grandma, and it was like, oh, you're coming to this event by force. I'm like, okay, like I don't have anything to do, so
You don't have to force me.
yeah, you don't have to force.
Yeah,
me. Yeah, so you pray and then you go home. They're like, no, there's the party tonight. I'm like, the what? There's a party? I was there.
Mashallah.
I'm at their house. This is amazing. I was so tired the next day, but I enjoyed myself. It was nice.
That's nice.
Other sisters. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
And then after that,
This was-
specialty.
This was in Toronto, right?
Yeah, this was in Toronto.
I
Mashallah.
wonder if it's anyone I know.
That's so nice.
And
Yeah,
Mississauga, like specifically Mississauga, but yeah, ever since then I just get like bubble tea, like I wear like a new abaya, and
Yeah,
That's
or
nice.
Something.
and I get food. Yeah,
Is it? Do you do like an all day thing, or you do it by yourself, or you just find like a friend or two to go with?
I just like if my friends are available, then I'll go with them. But usually, like the last two Ramadans, I just like the last Ramadan it was like, by myself because it was still that first lockdown and people were scared.
Yeah.
So didn't really have a choice.
Wow, you went by yourself. How was
Yeah.
that? Did you feel lonely, or were you kind of like, oh, this is fine, like I'm cool doing it
No,
alone?
all you can do was like one of the local masjids, like they had like goodie bag, and I went to get one because it was just like candies and stuff like that. I'm like, there's no harm in getting one, so I went out, I got one. I just drove myself around Toronto because like I couldn't go nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
there's
think I
that.
blocked out last year from my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember what I did last. I was staying at home
I don't
too.
even think we had Eid prayer, like because of the lockdown and stuff. Like it was.
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
the
there
men.
wasn't.
there wasn't. I didn't even. I
It
didn't
was
even
like socially
like,
distanced.
podcast. I was chilling.
I was
I didn't
chilling
feel like
too.
in the Eid mood. I feel like last year, like now I'm feeling like more excited because we can like go to Eid prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't really know a whole lot of people, but I do like to go to Eid prayer. I really like to see the kids and like give like goodie bags and stuff.
Yeah, I saw
'cause
that
we
on
get
the
so
TikTok.
excited about it and everything. Mashallah.
You made a cute thing. Mashallah,
Yeah,
so
they get so
cute.
excited and I love that. Mashallah. But like, yeah, last year was like we didn't do anything. Like I didn't get excited because we just didn't like really. I think we had like a cake at home maybe, but we didn't like go to Eid prayer. We didn't like feel the vibes, I guess, because we didn't like dress up or anything.
I guess because I don't know, maybe because I'm used to not going out anyway, and then like there's like a sisters halakha, then they put so much effort into doing online things last year. I didn't feel left out. Like, unfortunately it was virtual and I hate anything virtual. I like in person, but it just put me more into that whole Ramadan Eid vibe. And then like back last year I could not read a single thing out of the Quran. Like, I could just point at Alif and just it. But I was so happy just to do that. So I felt more happy last year than this year.
Wow, good for you.
Wow,
that's amazing.
The podcast like last Eid. I think.
What?
I remember
really?
listening to the podcast last Eid.
The one with Noor, Arisa, Miriam, the Japanese. Yeah, we did a special last year. And I was actually going to, not republish, but just sort of tell everyone like, hey, I did this live last year. I mean, not live. I did this Eid special last year with the Japanese like Muslima and listen to it and that's it. But then I sort of was like, no, if anyone was actually available, let me try, right? And alhamdulillah, Fatima was available and Sissy, not Sissy, Sissy
Stacy.
Well, whatever, Sissy Stacy.
That works.
Was also available. So I'm like, okay, this is alhamdulillah.
I think I was on the podcast last year as I was driving to get my bubble tea. Like, this is so
really.
Put it on. Yeah.
Mashallah. For the Eid special, you mean?
For the Eid special.
We need to have, like, a signature drink for the Camellia's Bloom, I feel like.
We should.
Like signature, like, bubble tea.
Like Eid drink or?
Yeah.
That would be so cute.
I don't know, like hibiscus is also a really good flavor.
Ooh, yes. They have that Starbucks.
I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
Juices. I have no idea. It's so expensive, so I'm like, we're just gonna go.
What, Starbucks?
Yeah, I can't bring myself to shop there, but I go to bubble tea all the time.
I feel like bubble tea is worth it more for me because, like,
it is.
It costs more to get all the ingredients and stuff, but like for me, I can make iced coffee.
Good, truth.
Yeah.
You speak the truth. That is true.
Like,
and they just make it like
home. Like, I don't.
Yeah, no, seriously. And they like the people at the bubble tea place. Like, they make it like it just tastes like really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, it like costs like $20 to get all the supplies to make like one bubble tea. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I bought like the actual tapioca flour and made it from scratch last year.
Yeah, that's hardcore. It was hardcore.
It was so worth it. Oh my, it was so good. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this again.
It's so good, but it took 5 hours, so I'm not.
Yeah. Right. And you could just drive to chat time. You could just drive to chat time. Amanda says you're making me crave bubble tea now.
We're all craving it right now.
So, what do you eat on Eid?
So normally, like, before I got married, I would just eat like a normal food. I don't know.
Right, like what, typical American breakfast?
Like typical, like probably like eggs and toast or something, or oatmeal or whatever.
Wow, so like a normal breakfast.
Yeah, like a normal breakfast, I guess. I didn't really have I didn't really go to Eid prayer before because I didn't have a car. And like another thing I was gonna mention, like kind of related to that, is that like if you know a convert, you should ask them if they are able to go to Eid prayer so that like you can help them out if they can't get there and stuff, because that's a common thing, especially for like people in college,
right?
So I've heard other people with that same struggle, but yeah, side note.
So okay, that's actually really true.
Yeah, so now you have like, I guess, food at the masjid that I go to, and the one we went to in Houston,
wow, they have
would
food?
have like Arab breakfast. Yeah,
that's nice.
So they have like bread and hummus and fool and Arab food, and then they'll have like bagels and cream cheese and stuff.
Right. It sounds like you know when you go to conferences and they have food,
it's
like
kind of like that.
Like that.
It's like it's not like anything hot, you know, like so it doesn't like get cold during the prayer.
Right. Like
yeah,
kind of like
stuff you can kind of grab
foods. Yeah.
So
I've never heard of like a
cool.
masjid like having
really.
Yeah, like I don't think the one in Toronto has that. Like usually when I did go to Eid prayer in Toronto, it was just like all I remember was like Somali tea. The aunties like serving
they bring,
Somali
like, tea and
tea.
stuff. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
some
and
people
that's it.
individually bring things, but I like that they have like provide a breakfast. And then like they have I think a few times at the other masjid in Houston also, like, and the one here, they have like a barbecue at like 3:00.
Oh,
So like you can go home and stuff and then come back and like have barbecue, which is actually nice because like I don't have to wear my like fancy Eid clothes and like get it dirty.
right. Oh, actually, yeah, they do have barbecue. They have like a Eid barbecue, but it isn't like anything fancy. It's just like
It's like burgers, and
burger
hot dogs or
patty.
something. Yeah.
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 And that's it. Like that's
I was
it.
hoping when they said barbecue it'd be like brisket or something.
Yeah. Like chicken wings.
Yeah.
Like
My
the whole
dream
works,
barbecue.
you know? Like
No, it's just
steak
a hot dog and a bun. Like
bun. That like
I guess
the
that's-
frozen hot dog.
that's so exotic for like the Muslim kids. They're like hot dogs. We never get hot dogs.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's not halal. Normally, like you have to go and get the
That's
halal one.
so funny. Amanda said kunafa. I eat that even when it's not Eid.
They have it at Trader Joe's.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they're like for like I guess it's like a 2-person portion. It's like $4 or something, and it's actually pretty good. So I've been just buying that because it takes forever to make it, and it costs a lot of money to make it because of cheese. Like I used to
That's
make it all the
nice,
time,
actually.
but then I realized it's like, you know, you're buying like $5 of cheese, and then you have to get the dough, which is like, you know, at the end of the day, you spend like $15 to make enough.
Wow, $15. Might as well just buy it. Yeah, true.
Also butter,
But yeah,
so much.
and
butter.
those like vermicelli thingies. I'm making actually coffee right now.
Can't be bothered other than on Eid. LOL.
Yeah,
I feel that.
honestly, there's so many things that like I just couldn't be bothered. But on Eid, it's like fine. Okay.
I'm
know what I
honestly
mean?
like kind of relieved that they're having like food at the masjid too, because it means I don't have to like cook a big elaborate thing.
Yeah, mashallah, you always
Alhamdulillah.
cook for the
I like
masjid.
to.
Because
Yeah, I
you
cooked,
love
like,
it. You love doing that.
3 times I think this year.
Mashallah, may Allah accept.
I mean, which is definitely different than like when I was in Houston. I cooked at the convert masjid, and there so it was like 70 people max, but
Wow.
here it was like 200. Sometimes we had less, like there was like leftover and they take it and give it to homeless people, but it's still like you have to plan for 200. Yeah, in Houston there was a convert masjid, mashallah. It was like a convert sister started it, and it was like all, I mean, there were like some people in the community that were not converts that would go, but it was like majority converts, mashallah. And we had like Eid convert events and stuff, mashallah.
Yeah, that's really nice. So yeah, you're allowed to give food to the homeless there?
I think that because it's like a non-profit, like they're like registered as like a non-profit or whatever, they can like do it through the masjid.
Sorry,
Because
Sim.
it's like registered as a non-profit, like the masjid, like they can give food, but like other people can't. Like if you're an individual, you can't just like go out and give people food.
Yeah. I remember Kentucky was like, or was it Cincinnati?
Yeah, you have to be like with an organization in most places. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't just go
You have
and
to have
give
like a
hand
license
out
or
food.
something.
Yeah, that's what I remember. So you said before you got married, you eat that, and then so you just basically go to the masjid and eat
Yeah, pretty much.
breakfast. That's
Yeah.
nice. What about you, Amanda? Aside for kunafa, I don't know if you eat kunafa like for breakfast, but some people might. But yeah,
Full English.
What do you? Oh, full
fancy.
English
Mashallah.
breakfast. Wow. Oh, Amanda's calling it.
Hey, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I couldn't keep up with the typing. So I thought, just going to call in.
Just typing back and forth, yeah.
I know, right? Yes, we have beef bacon, and it's the best thing ever.
It's so good.
Yeah, so
We also have
good.
lamb bacon. They
Oh
call
my
it-
gosh, really?
Macon, I think they call it. You can
Whoa.
get this at the supermarket. Oh,
I
it's so
haven't
good, but
seen
it's
that.
it's really fatty though. That's the only thing, but it's so good.
Well, that's like
But
the
yeah.
goodness
But-
of bacon. Like,
Yeah, and
It's
for
you don't
Eid
eat it all the
especially.
time. You don't eat it all
No,
the time.
no.
It's like a treat.
Thing is, like we've got this halaqah for new Muslim sisters at one of the local mosques, and so like usually what we do is on Eid day we'll have the prayer, which will be like a big community thing in some big venue. And then they have a party for the kids in the mosque. So everybody will drop their kids there, and then we'll go to a local cafe that has halal food, and we'll have like a full English or whatever it is, whatever people want. But, you know, I never get to have a full English hardly, so I'll do it then. But this year, it's like they can't have the kids' party because of COVID. The restaurants you can only take away because of COVID. We're only allowed to sit with 6 other people, I think, because of COVID. And that's outdoors. And it's bucketing down rain right now. So yes and no. Not doing it this year. But alhamdulillah.
So what are you going to do this year? Any plans?
I'm probably going to go to my friends because, like, I'm part of a bubble, what they call a bubble. So it's like you can pair up with one other family. So I'm probably going to go to hers in the afternoon. Go to prayer in the morning. I've booked a place for the prayer. So,
wow.
But yeah, things are still really strict here.
They're
easy.
easing. Like, book a spot for the prayer. That's so interesting.
Yeah, because you have to have like the mosque is really small, the one that I'm going to go to, and they can only have so many people because you still have to keep 2 meters apart and all that. Yeah, so it's not going to be like a proper Eid, but it's better than what we had last year. So alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Alhamdulillah.
I think this one's going to be a bit
That's
smaller,
good.
because like usually I think they go to the park, which is what my husband said, but this year it's going to be at the masjid. As not as many people.
Well, we had this big event planned here. One of the local organizations, one of the local Muslim organizations, got together with the Welsh government, and they were going to have like a test event where everybody has to have 2 COVID tests before they go in.
Oh, wow.
And then you can have like an Eid event, and it was an outdoor venue. It's at Cardiff Castle, and it was an outdoor venue, and it looked really, really nice, but pouring rain for the last 2 weeks.
So subhanallah.
Everybody's like, you know, even if and right now it's pouring rain, and we're sort of looking at it going, by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's going to be waterlogged. Even if it's not raining, the ground is going to be so wet. So I don't know even if it's going on. So we'll see. But yeah, so it's still pretty strict here, I guess.
I mean, it probably
compared to
should
other
be here,
places.
But
whereabouts are you?
America.
Yes, I know, but which bit?
In South Carolina.
America.
South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I was talking to somebody in Florida the other day, and she was saying, you know, and my boss was asking her, it was like a work call, and my boss was asking her, so how is it there? And we could see that she was at work, like in her office with everybody, and she's like, Florida has been the worst, but we've also had no rules.
Yeah, they don't care. That's the thing.
Yeah, that was it. She said, basically, we don't care. So.
You know, we probably shouldn't have Eid celebrations and stuff, but, you know, nobody cares, so they're just doing it. But I do think quite a few people are getting vaccinated, alhamdulillah. Like, I think they said like 54% of people in the U.S. I feel like it's probably a lot lower percentage at the masjid, but inshallah khair. We haven't had any cases in the masjid, so hopefully we'll
alhamdulillah, that's good.
Okay, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. That's good.
So what else? Like this was totally like literally last minute. Like I was telling Fatima, I was like having ice cream and it just suddenly sparked in my head that I should do a live thing like about Eid, because I was just gonna like republish or like tell others about the Eid special I did last year with Noor Arisa Mariam.
Arisa, yeah,
because we did one last year, and I was just like, okay, hey, listen to this. But then I was like, oh, maybe I should just sort of. I mean, if anyone was available, then I would do it. And alhamdulillah, Fatima, you were available. I was like, Sissy, are you free now? Yay! So that's why this was like so unplanned that I'm like, okay, so what should we talk about? But I think we can talk about. Like converts that like what do you think, you guys, like we should sort of let the community know about converts and Eid, you know?
I think that, well, for one thing, I think that like, you know, as converts, like most of us had very like vibrant traditions for other holidays, and we pretty much give all those up, and then, you know, it can be very isolating when we're not included in anything for Eid, and our families most of the time don't recognize them. So, you know, it can be really difficult. So I think we should try to like include people, you know. Even I also think that it's not really fair to just say that other converts should be the ones including them. Like, you know, it should be also just the community in general should make an effort.
It definitely should be, but it hardly ever is.
Yeah, because it usually seems
It's so frustrating.
Like, just put off on other converts. Like, oh well, they'll just be with their own people. Whatever.
You see that's always really bugged me, because it just sort of smacks of this. I'm going to say it smacks of racism when people say things like that. It's like, you know, be with your own kind. It's like, we're Muslim. Isn't that our kind?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I know that that's a very idealistic way of looking at it, but it's also what the religion teaches us. So, and
that's kind of rude.
It's frustrating because, like, you get people saying, you know, oh, the converts will have an Eid party, and the converts will do this and the converts will do that. But then, like, after a bit, they'll be like if you have something that is specifically for converts, they'll be like, well, why isn't it inclusive? Right.
Like,
well, you don't want us to do stuff for each other, and then you don't want us to do stuff for each other. Which one is it? So, yeah.
It's very, very true. And then we even, like, as
Very
organizers,
true.
like, we'll feel pressured to just be, like, including everybody, because then they're like, well, you didn't.
I mean, I'm part of
That's
this
true.
group. Yeah, I'm part of a group that's it's been set up specifically for new Muslim support, and the idea is that, you know, it's there as long as you need it, but as soon as you think you don't need it, you move on, right? And this guy tried to join the group with his friend, let's say. He told the organizers it was his wife, but they're not actually married. And
What?
and I happened to know the guy, and another sister on the group happened to know the guy, and so we flagged it up that, like, he's not a convert. And they were like, yeah, we figured that out as soon as he started sending messages. and it was just like, but there was just this lack of respect for the fact that, okay, yeah, this is a safe space for new Muslims to ask new Muslim questions about new Muslim issues. And if you've got somebody on there who doesn't get that, it's going to quickly become an unsafe space, so to speak. It's going to quickly become a judgmental zone kind of thing. And it's amazing how many people just don't want to respect that, you know? But I think the thing with Eid is that, especially since lockdown, people who have come to Islam since lockdown started, or since the pandemic started, have really been hindered from finding and integrating with the Muslim community.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, there's been so little interaction, especially I'm talking in the UK, right? And so I think that there's, you know, them finding other converts online has sort of been their lifeline.
Makes sense.
But then I always say to people, like, I remember once there was a really good friend of mine, actually, and she had been Muslim for about 4 years by this point. And I walked out of the mosque after Eid prayer one day, and she was like sat in the stairwell crying. And I was like, you know, what's wrong? And she said, everybody's got somewhere to go for Eid, except for me. And I was like, yeah, I know what you're saying. You know, and I was the same. And I said to her, okay, come on, let's go do something then. You know, and I think what it triggered her wasn't the fact that she was alone on Eid, because she had planned to be alone on Eid. But what it triggered her was that she had seen so many of her friends at the mosque who had all said to her, you know, oh, what are you doing now? And she would be like, oh, I don't know. And they were like, you're not going to go be with your family for Eid? And she was like, what would my parents have to do with Eid? Like, and it,
Like,
just,
these are
it's
poor-
activity,
It's
they
like
just-
a normal day for them. Like, they don't think about it as
Yeah.
anything.
Like
it
the
was
born
also, like-
Muslims asked for this?
But yeah. So these were like born Muslims asking this.
Oh, I definitely have
like
gotten that
not
too.
even, but it not even crossing their mind that her family's not Muslim. So what on earth would they do for Eid?
But also, like, why couldn't
Right.
they have just, like, this is the thing that drives me crazy with, like, some of the people be like, why didn't you just ask her to come join you? Like, you could have, they could have said, come join my family. I don't know. They don't think that far in advance.
I know. This is the thing. And, you know, I remember a couple of years ago, I put a post up on Facebook saying things like this, saying things like, you know, don't assume that convert that you know has anything to do for Eid. Call them up and ask them. And it was so funny because, like, I posted that and suddenly I had like 10 invitations to go places, and I was like, guys, I'm not talking about me. You all know me. I'm talking about the people, like that girl who just took Shahada last month, who doesn't know anyone. You know, subhanallah. But it also warmed my heart that, like, people were so responsive.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, and
Do
sometimes
you
it does,
think, like...
sometimes it just takes a reminder for people.
Do you think, I definitely agree. Do you think that we should put ourselves out there?
As converts?
Yeah, like, for example, like, I feel like sometimes some of us might just sit there and expect others to invite us. But do you think that we should openly be like, or not openly, actively putting ourselves out there and finding like things to do, or like going around and asking? What do you think about that?
I think it depends on how well you know people.
Yeah.
If someone's like your friend and they're genuine, like generally you hang out or something, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm doing XYZ." Be like, "Oh, that sounds so fun. Do you mind if I tag along?" I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would do that. But like, it depends on how well you know them.
I think it can be delicate because, like, obviously, etiquette-wise, inviting yourself over is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to make people aware in general. You know, like to say to friends ahead of time, you know, if you've got a space for one more on Eid, I'd really appreciate being included.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing. I think that can, you know, nobody's going to take that wrong. And, but I do also think that, like, how can I say this? I've stopped expecting people to get it and being annoyed when they don't get it. And it's like, if I don't tell them, they're never going to know. Or if we don't tell them, they're never going to know, because it's not their sphere of experience. So I always think, you know, if we don't make them aware, nobody ever will. And even if we make them aware and there's no response, then we just got to do it ourselves.
Right.
So it's like, that's why we've always done, like, we've done this breakfast thing after Eid prayer for the sisters, because we realized that it was really awkward. Like, they used to have this thing, I heard, I think it was Fatima was talking earlier about, you go to the mosque and they have food. And they would have that in our mosque too, but it was so awkward because, like, you would walk in there and it was like you would have this little cluster of Syrian sisters and this little cluster of Palestinian sisters and this little cluster of Egyptian sisters and this little cluster of Somali sisters, and like they don't mix with each other. And then we would walk in, like 3 or 4 convert girls, and they would just give us this look like, well, where they're going to sit.
Seriously?
And we would be expected to form our own little clique on the floor and not to mix with anybody else. And I just sort of thought, well, the food's not great. The company is really boring. Why are we here? So we just thought, no, we're going to go do our own thing, and we're going to go and have our own food,
right?
The full English fry up, and you know, because it was
and
all,
actually
you know,
have fun,
sort of like, and actually enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
I mean, in terms of
even
like
one of my friends, she always describes the mosque events as it's like an awkward school disco. Where you go and everybody's in their cliques and nobody talks to anybody else.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds exactly like that. It's so sad. SubhanAllah. Really sad.
It is sad, but it's also... Sorry, go ahead. I could talk forever. I'll shut up now.
Yeah, sure.
I was just going to add on what she was saying. Like, we were talking about, like, asking people or whatever. Like, just add on to that. Like, maybe, like, if there's another convert in the community, that might be the person you would possibly ask about what their plans are, because I feel like they may be more receptive and understanding of why
you're right.
You don't have plans, you know.
100%. I would go and hang out with just another convert sister, and we would go to breakfast. Like, we made it, it was like kind of a thing for us. Like, we would go for Eid breakfast, and then I would go back to her house and we'd play video games like all day basically and just chill. Like, it was a really chill day. And I felt like, because she understood exactly like where I was coming from, like it was just kind of like, okay, like she gets it, you know what I mean? Whereas like I feel like if it was like and also, okay, like I won't say that like other born Muslims haven't invited me, but like I'm just the type that's not comfortable to be like sitting with like the whole family, including like the husband and stuff like that. So like for my sake, like that like that doesn't work for me. But like I feel like if other sisters are open to that and they don't mind, like you should go and join other families, you know, especially if they invite you, you should go, because it is nice to be like a part of that sort of like experience, you know what I mean? Okay, Stacey, you're back.
Sense, mashallah.
Yes,
yeah, mashallah.
One of my friends called me and they're doing something for Eid, so they're like, you're coming with us.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Mashallah.
Yay,
we were just talking about this.
Yeah, very good. So what are you gonna do?
We might go to the beach, because it's really nice in Toronto right now, and it should be nice tomorrow, insha'Allah. So take advantage of the outside, and we're gonna barbecue.
Oh yay!
MashaAllah.
Hot dogs.
Excited for that. Honestly,
I'm listening to the rain outside my window
everything.
right now.
Oh wow, rain!
Ooh,
I think.
rain is
Can I
loud.
hear it?
No, probably not
No.
from my headphones, but
Or maybe that's Fatima's cat fountain.
It's entirely possible. It might also be raining here, but I'm inside, so I think it's probably the fountain. It's always the fountain.
we're all quiet listening.
Yeah, we're like trying to pick it out. So how do you think, you guys, like, we can, I don't know, raise awareness with, like, how can we raise awareness about, like, hey, I think actually I've been seeing on TikTok more that a lot of converts are sort of like, oh, I'm spending it alone, and like this way, I think a lot of attention is being more like drawn towards them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that one way? Like, how else do you guys think? Because, like,
online,
how
I think
can
we need to
you
encourage
get
our
like your
masajid.
local
Like, we
community?
need to like tell the Muslim leaders they need to like have things, and I think even just encouraging that they have like Eid events in general. Like, it's not just converts too. Like, I know there are some, like single sisters, for example, that are born Muslim. They've been, some of them maybe never married, or they're, divorced or whatever, and they don't have anyone to spend Eid with. So, like, just having these kind of events, I feel like the Eid breakfast, and then having like, barbecue, that's like a great way to get people involved and like, at the masjid. Also, like, possibly having like excursions, like maybe you go to the zoo, or you go to a botanical garden, or you go to the amusement park or whatever, as a masjid community, like organizing these kind of things for the whole community and encouraging converts.
I think that's good. I think that's really good. But like Amanda said, like, I find like even if the masjid organizes stuff like this, you still have like the cliquey problem. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, invite, like, let the converts like join us, blah blah blah. But it's still like kind of like inclusive. Do you know what I mean? You still get that.
I mean, I don't know if they can do like, I mean, some places do like Eid gift exchanges or something. Like, I feel like if you did something like that, where you would sign up, and then different.
Oh, that's
people would
nice. That's nice.
get something like that. I
No,
don't
that's
know.
nice. Yeah. No, that's good. That's a good idea.
Or also, I think some communities will have, like in Houston, there were some masajid that where you would like, as a convert, you could like sign up, and then different families would sign up, and they would like pair you with like a Muslim family, and then they would like help you out.
Oh, that's cute. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, mashallah.
Mashallah, Texas has like a lot of.
Yeah, mashallah.
Like,
That's the one
really-
thing like I'm gonna miss, to be honest, is like they have a lot of involvement. There's some issues, but like the amount of involvement.
I mean,
is very
everywhere has
beneficial,
issues.
like it was very good for like new converts, I
Yeah.
think.
I like the idea of matching people up. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I've had to take my headphones out and plug
Yes,
them into
yes.
charge. Okay, cool. Like, we've just recently set up a thing, like a mentoring program, where we've got, like, if somebody comes and takes Shahada, we pair them up with a mentor.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we said to the mentors is include your person with you for Eid and things like that if you can.
Mashallah.
Because, and I mean, not everybody can, but then I've said, okay, but well, then tell us and we'll try to do something. Because
yeah.
I think it's just really important that people feel included. And I mean, how can I say this? Like, I'm an introvert in the sense that I don't like people, but
But you still
present
feel
company
excluded, like for.
but yeah, but the thing is, I'm also quite chopsy in the sense that I will go out and say to people, "Yo, include me."
Yeah.
Right? I'm fine to say that. I'm fine to like ring up one of my
Feel
friends and
like
say, "What are you doing for
workplace.
Eid?" Yeah, mashallah, tabarakallah. So, but I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to ring up people and say, look, there's a sister or a brother who doesn't have anyone to spend Eid with. Do you have a space?
Yeah. Mashallah.
But not everybody's like that. And some people are really hesitant, and some people have had bad experiences. Like, you know, like they'll go to an event, like what you were saying about the mosque events, they'll go to an event and it'll just be cliquey and they'll be by themselves.
Yeah.
So unless you do something like sort of forced mixing,
Yeah. Right.
with like maybe games and stuff like that, and you force people to make up teams.
Oh, right.
and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Icebreakers.
When we were at
Yeah.
the convert masjid, like in Houston, you know, we had like a thing and it was like designed that it was for the kids, but we kind of like made sure that everyone kind of got involved, and we had like trivia and that kind of thing. So it was like everybody was, it was pretty much, I think there was like one born Muslim family, but they were pretty much all converts, mashallah, that ended up coming.
Actually, that's a really good idea. The games thing. It definitely helps.
Yeah, we had like different
Yeah.
levels. Like we had like the Islamic trivia, like with different levels and stuff. Like, which was kind of nice because, like, you know, you have like there's a few like born Muslim kids, and they're like probably in a similar level as some of us as converts. So it's kind of fun, like competing with them and stuff.
Yeah.
You're not wrong in that respect.
Yeah.
I've got this board game called the Five Pillars board game. And
Oh,
we
you
use
have
it.
it.
It's so good.
I've seen that too.
It's so good. Although the last time I played it, somebody pointed out to me that there was a couple inaccuracies in it, and I was just like, yeah, okay, but like you've literally got 1,000 cards here, and there's been 2 things that aren't right. So
Yeah.
We can make our own game to like pass out, like do it as a PDF, and people can print it out or something.
quizzes and things like that are always really popular. And I think like we did a lot of, when the mosque was open, we used to do at these parties, they would do games and we would do quizzes, but we would also do like things like activities, like you're given a bunch of basically junk and you have to build something out of it. Teamwork
wow.
activities.
That's cute.
Yeah. So it's like,
Very
you know,
nice.
you'd appoint the Amira of your group, and then they'd say, you know, okay, you're going to plan this, you're the architect, you're the this, you're the that, and we'd all have to sort of work together to do stuff. And that was really effective because like you got to know people quite well that way in a very short space of time. So
I like that. Or even you can do like
that,
I don't know, like a cartoon, like a movie night or something. Have people bring picnic blankets and like sit out and
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I feel like picnics are so cute, like such a cute Eid idea.
I wonder if you could almost do it like like not, you know, like speed dating, but like you have to like move every. It doesn't really work during COVID, but like, you know, you have like the family sits
that's
in
a
one
good
spot
idea.
and then like you move around. Every,
Right, like
20 minutes.
like a get to know you kind of.
Yeah.
that could work.
Like you mean go to like
Like let's
Like,
say you have like a picnic thing or something, and then you'd have like different families. Maybe they can bring their traditional foods or whatever, and then you'd have like either like the new people in the community or converts or whatever, and then you know they can like move around every 20 minutes or so
And be
then,
like,
get
hey.
to know people.
Yeah, that's so nice. It's a really
Have you
nice
guys ever heard
idea.
of the Human Library?
No.
It sounds familiar.
guys have
I
that
feel
in
like I've heard of
Canada?
it, but I don't know.
I don't know if it's like if it's just a British thing or what, but it's like literally it's like an event and there will be people there who have like an interesting story. And you literally you literally pick a book essentially, although it's a person, and you go and sit down and have a conversation with them.
That's so cute.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I've
and
heard
it's
of
like
it. I
so
saw
you
it
get
on
like
YouTube
20
or
minutes
something,
to
I
talk to this person. Yeah, and it's like I did it once, and like I was a book basically, and it was really interesting because I ended up learning more about the other person.
Wow. So
You know,
give
like you
me
end up having this dialogue rather than it just being you telling your story.
So what can you give an example like what exactly you do?
Okay, so how they set it up was they had like 10 people who were the books. I'm saying this in quotation marks. And we were in a library, actually, as it was at the university. We were in a library, but it was like there was this big conference table, huge conference table set up. And we were each in just sitting there, and then people would book 20-minute slots to come and talk to us. And so I had like this, I had just people come to chat. They were just curious about what my story is.
Right.
And like each person who was there had something that was like maybe a bit unique or particular about them. So like, I can't even remember why I was there. I was not there because I was a convert, actually. I remember explicitly stating that I was bored of that. I can't remember what I was there for.
I mean, you lived in
I think it was
Japan.
activism or something, but maybe it was that. I don't remember, but yeah. And then there was another one of my work colleagues. He was there because he's like really involved in dawah, so he was talking about that. And then we had like there was a female rabbi. That was interesting. There was some other thing. It was just really interesting, and it wasn't faith-based at all. It was just whoever wanted to come and talk. So I think there was somebody there who had been in a car accident and was quadriplegic, and he was telling his story, and subhanAllah. Wow. So, you could just, so they just round up people, and people just volunteer to do it. And, they give you lunch for the day, and it's, it's quite pleasant. But I always thought that would be
really
kind of a cool thing to do, is like get people, because people in our communities have really interesting stories.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, we have like, if you think about it, like a lot of our communities, obviously depending where you live, but a lot of our communities have come from somewhere else, a lot of individuals. And hearing their stories of how like they came from wherever and settled down and how they built their lives here and things like that. I think that would be something interesting to do. And then obviously, for converts, people might want to know about, the old, how did you come to Islam kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But it also gives us a chance to then talk about beyond that.
Yeah. It's also like,
I think that's a really, really good idea. Is someone not using headphones?
No.
Or is everybody using headphones?
I'm using headphones.
Yeah, I'm using my AirPods.
Okay, because I keep hearing like feedback. Do you guys hear it too?
I heard it earlier, but I think.
Or is it just me? Okay.
Well, I was gonna say.
I'm so like.
Well, you were talking about the human library thing.
I think it was feedback.
Oh, do you want to say something? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. No, I just wanted to. Because it's there was just echoing. Okay, go on. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that like it's also a good avenue to like tell your convert story where you're not like feeling like you just have to tell it every time you go to the masjid.
Yeah.
Like you're actually at an. It's like, okay, this is a socially acceptable time for you to be asking me how I became Muslim.
Agreed.
Because I feel like it's just
that's actually really. I feel like that's masjids should have like events like that, for converts. Yeah. Converts and no, not just converts, like the converts. Yeah, converts and like born Muslims so they can hear like what converts need.
Yeah.
From the community, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of born Muslims, sometimes they just don't know. Like it doesn't really, like you guys said, it doesn't cross their minds.
What to do or.
Because there are some that really want to help,
Yeah, for sure. And we shouldn't like generalize totally.
Discredit
like all of them don't want to help because it's not.
Anti-born Muslims. I think I was like that, like when I first started the Camellias Bloom. But like I felt like that. I felt like I was like that, but I think now like I'm starting to see that there are a lot of like born Muslims who want to help,
There are loads.
They just don't know how. Yeah,
there are loads, and a lot of them are really
just
sincere.
don't know.
Exactly, they just don't know how. But when you sort of sit down and talk to them about what the issues really are, I don't know. I've had a couple.
Exactly.
I've had a couple back off afterwards. You know, I had this.
It's like, actually, I'm not sure how to help with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were doing this like workshop for people who want to mentor, and we were giving a lot of examples of like things you may come across when you're mentoring a convert. And one of the people on this workshop actually questioned me. He was all like, "Where are you getting these examples? Like, this isn't possible. It can't be this bad."
What?
And I was like, "These are literally anonymized real life cases." And he said, "No, he said, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad." And I was like, "Okay, if you don't think it's that bad, you know, Masalama." And I remember
why are you here?
And I remember too, I used the word grooming in one incident because, you know, we were using like a real life case that I had, you know, changed all the details of, but it was somebody who had essentially been groomed, like, you know, converts to Islam, and then somebody coerces her into a relationship.
I think it's just like a triggering word for people because they're like, I don't know, it's like associated with racism because they'll like use it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Is like people don't want the Muslims' dirty laundry being aired. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
But you know, we have to, if you're going to go and support people, you have to talk about it. So
exactly.
But yeah.
You have to get over it and deal with it,
and accept the fact that like if somebody's been doing this for years, they know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Like, I hate how like people,
a woman, so
like,
oh my God, that was mansplaining.
Discredit you.
It was. I was being mansplained, and I was being born Muslim-splained, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Subhanallah. Guys, I'm gonna have to pop off because my internet connection is dying. So it was lovely to talk to you all.
Okay.
Eid Mubarak.
It was. Eid Mubarak. See you, inshallah, for season 2.
Insha'Allah. Take care, ladies. Assalamu alaikum.
Have a good Eid.
You too.
Wa alaikum salam. I wanted to say, like, while Amanda was bringing that up, like, you guys saw in the Telegram group a sister. Whoa! I just heard my own voice. That is so creepy. A sister was bringing up. Did you hear it too?
Doubled.
You heard it? Oh my God, it's so weird. The Telegram group, a sister was talking about how it's so funny that she brought it up actually, because that's what season 2 is going to be all about identity. And she was actually mentioning how she felt like she's kind of struggling to find her identity, I guess, identity before Islam and then her identity as a Muslim.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, really cool. I mean, not really cool that she's struggling, but really cool that she brought it up, because inshallah we'll be touching on that for season 2.
Inshallah.
I really have like a lot of things to talk about, inshallah. So I wanted to say, what are some things that converts can do if they're by themselves this Eid? Do you think?
I mean, personally, I before I was married, I used to like to give myself henna tattoo. I
remember that.
Myself. Like maybe what, like if you can't go to the masjid or something, like sometimes you can watch the Eid prayer, like khutbah. I think maybe just have like if you're a sister, I don't know about brothers, like I can't really speak to what a brother would want to do, maybe play video games or something, but personally as a sister I would say maybe
sisters can play video games too.
This is true for sure, but I mean I was gonna say like
how I did,
have like a personal like spa day maybe, or just maybe treat yourself, have takeout that day or something if you don't normally.
Yeah, and buy stuff for yourself.
Get yourself something cute, even if it's
a gift,
from the Dollar Tree, even, if it's just something
Hi,
simple.
Eid Mubarak to you, Tassie. I'm not sure who Tassie is, but Eid Mubarak. Yeah, that's a good idea. Buying yourself something from even food, like buy yourself that tub of ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like just like have it kind of like a treat yourself. And I preface this by
Oh, you're
saying
from Discord. Welcome.
I'm definitely not wealthy by any means. So I mean,
Same,
like, I think
at all.
treat yourself as in like, if you save up a little bit for that, it's okay, because it's like twice a year thing, like, and really it's once a year, because like Eid Fitr is like a bigger thing, I feel like, after you
even though like Eid Adha is supposed to be so funny how it's like backwards, but
and then it's like
it's more like a accomplishment for yourself, you know what I mean, than like Eid Adha, because not everybody goes to Hajj.
I think
so. I think that's a really good suggestion. I really like that suggestion. I definitely would advise that too, like buy yourself something, take yourself out, just do something you want to do that makes you happy that day, I mean, even every day you should, right? Take care of yourself, but on Eid, like get something that you've been eyeing online, or a new pair of shoes or whatever, if you can afford it. If not, just buy a book or something like that,
I mean, I used to you can like maybe give, like, if you want to like bake cookies and give some to your neighbors or something, like something where you, like, I don't know, feel like you're doing something for other people.
A kind gesture
that can make you feel good too.
Really nice idea. That's a kind gesture, like baking cookies, or even I think you can also reach out to like another sister and see what they're doing, another convert,
especially
see what they're doing.
I think,
I mean, I remember like what I did was basically those things, like treat myself,
join us on Discord
and try to make plans. What?
I said join us on
your
Discord.
Mom? Oh, I thought you said your mom's on Discord.
No, I was like saying join us on Discord, like come on Discord and hang out with us if you're feeling like you don't have anything else.
Yeah, inshallah. By the way, the Discord thing, will you be able to be on there?
So I'm not sure how much I'll be able to be tomorrow. I think in the evening, more so, like in the evening.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Inshallah.
Yeah, that's fine. I definitely think I won't be able to at all tomorrow. But I might be able to pop on Discord and see what's going on. But I don't even know if we're going to be doing the games thing. Do you have that Kahoots thing? Like, how do you do that?
I can work on that a little bit today, like try to make a game on there. I think that the other game that we played with Kira, like you don't have to prepare anything, so maybe something like that would work too.
No.
Inshallah. I don't know, honestly, like what people's, like if people already have plans or not either, so we'll see who wants to like do anything. I was also going to suggest, like if if your family is like comfortable with you being Muslim, like obviously this is not for everybody, but like if they're okay, then maybe like inviting them to eat dinner with you or something.
Right, yeah.
You don't even have to make it an Eid thing, just be like, hey, do you want to have dinner today? Or something.
Yeah. Or like if you're one of those types that loves cooking, you can cook some dinner. Yeah, because I think like, I don't know where there is like a lockdown or whatever and you can only take out. So if you want to take out, or you can cook for them. I mean, that would be nice. Like, and you don't even have to say that this is for Eid,
Honestly, like even if they're not okay with you being Muslim, or don't even tell them it's Eid. They probably don't know.
Exactly.
And you can just say, oh, I just wanted to do a nice thing and have dinner with you guys or something like that.
Yeah, we can do that.
And
inshallah.
For all those like who are having a difficulty, like may Allah make it easy for you. And inshallah next Eid you'll have more people to celebrate with. Inshallah.
Yes. Inshallah. And may Allah give you give you what you wish for. Like, give you what you wish for, obviously, if it's good for you, right? But give you what you wish for, like, what you feel like you don't have during all of these Eids and Ramadans. May Allah give you what you wish for, you know what I mean? Like, fill that, like, void or whatever. Because I know what it's like. I definitely know what it's like feeling.
Yeah, and I think you can get in that mindset
alone.
Of, like, it's not going to change, but, Allah can do anything. Like, sometimes you get in that mindset of, like, you're going to be stuck this way. It's never going to change. You're always going to be alone. And
yes.
You can get out of it, inshallah. Like, Allah can do anything, like, Don't forget that.
Yes.
SubhanAllah.
It's really important actually you bring that up, because I was definitely in that mindset myself. Like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in this situation forever. Like, it's not going to work out. But honestly, my advice from my personal experience is that no matter what, keep making dua. And that hadith about the hadith Qudsi, like Allah is like what you think of Allah, that's like what Allah is to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, subhanAllah.
So think good of Allah. Always think good of Allah, and always think that Allah is doing everything in your favor. Like what is happening to you is for you, not against you. So just keep making dua, like, you know, right? Like
That's so true.
things may not happen right away, but they will happen, and it will happen in the right time when it's right for you. Like always remember that. Like that, this is like a reminder to myself, because like I remember like just going back and rethinking about the lonely Eids that I had, and how I had to like force myself to make plans. And then at the end of the day, I remember crying, you know, at home, and wondering like, why is this always like, why am I always crying? Why do I hate Eid? Why do I always feel sad in like during Eid, subhanAllah. But honestly, like I didn't stop making dua, and
Alhamdulillah.
Allah really had greater plans for me, you know what I mean? So like really, like it's easy to tell, like it's easy for us to tell sisters like don't feel discouraged, because when you're in the moment and you're really feeling emotional, like it's hard to say like don't feel this way, right? You know, feel it, but at the same time also know that Allah is with you, and it won't be like this, because like everything is in the hands of Allah. Like anything can change in a matter of seconds, you know what I mean?
Very, very true.
You're just
SubhanAllah.
being tested. Honestly, like I really sometimes now when I look back at sisters who do spend Eid alone, I'm like, girl, enjoy it. Like enjoy that quiet
Yeah, actually, it
time,
can be,
that
like,
alone time. It's
stressful
beautiful.
to be, you know, having to like get everything ready for your family, or I can't imagine even
Yeah.
having kids and having to get like 5 kids ready to go to the masjid. Like I feel like that would be so stressful.
It is.
Most important hour in your life.
Like it's nice, but it's also it's nice, but it's also like, you know, you're gonna miss those like alone time. You know, like those like times where you really are like just one-on-one with Allah, you know?
For sure. So I'm gonna have to
But
go.
I really
I think.
yeah, I have to, like, we can wrap it up. I heard your
Sorry.
hubby.
It's the most important hour of your life. Go make dua.
May Allah bless him.
I mean, because it's right before.
Right. Okay, so we're just gonna wrap it up like in like right now. Okay, so just last minute encouraging words, Fasma.
Yeah, I think just remember that. I think, well, one thing is like Eid is a little bit weird for everybody this year. And just, you know, feel accomplished that you made it through this month, whatever you were able to do, insha'Allah. You know, I think you should feel proud of yourself if you even managed to read like a few pages of the Quran. If you read like one thing in Arabic and you don't normally read Arabic, so like don't feel, you know, Allah doesn't burden you past what your soul past what you can bear. Like you made it, alhamdulillah. So, you know, feel proud of yourself for that and celebrate, even if it's like a small thing. Have some sushi, have some boba, whatever it is, inshallah, you know, celebrate your Eid in whatever way you're able to, inshallah.
Exactly. And reach out to us on Instagram, Discord, Facebook. Like, inshallah, we're here for you, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
really, we are. We're always here to chat. So don't feel
Inshallah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
you know, you don't have, like don't feel like you don't have anyone. Obviously you have Allah first, and then alhamdulillah we're all here for you.
Yeah,
So
you can message us on
you know,
Discord.
reach out to us.
If you need to talk to any of the
reach out to
admins,
us.
probably in private, like I'm sure that we can arrange things. If you need to have a one-on-one conversation, you know.
Yes,
definitely
message
people-
us on Instagram, and then we can connect with you on like Telegram or wherever,
Inshallah,
or
yeah.
whichever admin has WhatsApp, because I don't.
I have one.
I know
also
you
like
do. I'm like
Instagram
anti.
and Snapchat more because then you don't have to share your phone number.
You use Snapchat still?
I have it. I don't know that I use it.
Because I'm like wondering if I should get back on Snapchat. Like we should do a Chameleon's Bloom Snapchat, you know?
I've had like a few
I don't know how many people are
that
actually
like
on there.
from TikTok or whatever that wanted to like message me somewhere. And I don't like to give my phone number
So
right
you
away.
did
So
Snapchat.
just
Yeah, that's why I love Telegram. That's why I love Telegram. Okay, so anyways, well that is a wrap. That is our Eid, really random Eid impromptu live that wasn't planned at all. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good Eid. Again, Eid Mubarak. May Allah accept from all of us. Ameen. And we'll see you inshallah for season 2.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. All right, ladies, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Bye.